Welcome to the new lesson, and in this lesson we will be making a bear with same techniques we have done in the previous lesson. In this lesson you will practice for how to create the fur effect in animals or learn how to do the flicking technique to create the fur. Color schemes are same as my previous painting. I will be going with the cool colors along with ochre and earth yellow. Black and white will be for adding light or white or going for the darker shades to make the color dark. Let's start with wet on wet technique by adding lots of water, and because my colors are similar, blues and greens, so I will start with my blue color. The sketch is already done before I start the video because I only trace my template the way I show you in the previous videos, and just add as much as you can, lots of water, splatters, play around. But yes, do not use very thick consistency. Remember to add more water, less paint. Most of the time when I trace my drawings from the template, I keep it very light so I can only see the visible lines. But if it's difficult for you to see the lines, so you can always make them dark with the pencil. So I think this is good. I will add some blues and I'm gonna drip some paint because I want to create the similar as panda, and it will be good for you to practice the same thing with a little bit of difference. I'm going to clean the table and let it dry. Now the first layer is completely dry. I will start with my ochre. It already has some black in it, and I can show you my dirty water also. I prefer to use this water for my second layers, but yes, you need to keep a clean water also. To if you're changing the color, you need to wash your brush before you start with a new scheme. Let's start with the body following your pencil lines. I'll just add some strokes, little bit of ochre, yellow, reddish ochre, brown. If you want to make it completely in abstract approach, you can definitely go with an abstract colors. So it was very hard for me because the line was very light, so I just sketch freehand sketch on top of it to have a look of my body. And now I will be able to start with my sketch. This is the face. I think I need to make it like this. This will be the nose and eyes, the direction. I think yes, this looks better. So let's start with the layer effect. I'll always start with the lightest color and keep your pencil lines also very light so it will get disappear with the paint. Just adding medium consistency, I will say. It's still like a watercolor consistency, and following the directions only, giving the strokes how I need to, what is the right direction for the hair. Then some colors, just according to your color choice, you need to add. Here I have used lots of blue, so I think I can add some blue also. This can be a little bit more in abstract approach, but definitely we need to work a lot in the face, and we will be adding like he's walking in the river or water. So don't worry about the feet. We don't need to show the feet. Just adding the layers and layers of color, mixing the colors, playing with color. Try to play with your colors and just follow the direction. There will be, right now the legs look really big, but actually it's like a front and back, like he's walking. So we need to achieve the effect which will create the illusion of that he's walking. Just under the face, I'm adding very dark color. I do leave a lot of white spaces, but in case if accidentally I have covered the space and that area needs to be white, I can always add white on top of it with the paint. Just adding few flicks, a little bit of blue, some more blue. At this point, no matter how much you will add the flicks, it won't make any difference. So you need to make sure that the first few layers are completely dry, then we will add more flicks and add some texture on top of it. Don't use too much black in the starting, and if you're using black, then go with the gray tones. Lighter the value, better the time frame you will get to add more depth into your work. So I think I'm adding too much here, so I'll just wait for this to dry before I will mess up this whole area. And you know that white can be always added later on. don't worry about the white. This is the ears. Just start with the darker value. Few flecks more dark on this area. Now let it dry. I will use my hair dryer to dry this layer and then I'll work more. But before that, let me add some ripples over here. Some brown, ochre and blue. Leave some of the areas white. In case accidentally if you have covered, then you can add white on top of it. Ripples, lines, some vertical direction to create the shadows. I think I should wait for this to dry and then I'll do the next step. So see you in the next step. Now we will start working on the face first. So I will add the black color for the eyes and then I'll start working around the eyes. We'll go with a light value. It should not be very dark or solid. So just add some gray color, and for the nose also. Just slow, and that's it. And then we will start working around the face. So I will make a time lapse of this and you can pause the video wherever you want to, or you can replay the steps again. You can see I have added lots of flicks and short strokes, but some of them are very dark. I'm not afraid of, because I will be adding white on top of it, and if I feel that it's too dark, I will just add some water, rub them off and take the tissue and dab. You see, I can add the highlights like this also. This is completely up to you, but this area needs to be light, so we will keep going with the lighter value. We'll take some browns and black, more coming inside. Take the tissue, just remove the extra paint. Let's work for the eyes. So we will finish with the eyes and the nose. We need to add lots of shades in this white area also, but we will go with the lightest tone we can and just create some lightest value and blend them with the water so it will not look like, and just dab it so it will look and start giving the 3D effect in the nose, not nose, above the nose area. And let's create the shape. The bottom part will be completely dark and then this area will be dark. We will show very little amount, like a very small space for the mouth. Feel free to pause the video if you feel that I'm going really fast. With the help of small brush, you will start working around the nose. And this is such a beautiful time of the day. The sunlight is coming and this is completely natural light, so you might be able to see each and every stroke of my brush. The nostril will be complete white. I'm leaving a little space of, the nostril will be completely black and I'm leaving a little space, just a tiny space, to create the highlight. And if in case accidentally you have covered all, don't worry, you can add the white paint on top of it. Just clean your brush, take the lightest value around the nose and just use your finger or dab with a tissue. I think it looks good. Little uneven effect, a little bit around the nose, above this white area, because it should not be completely white, but yet it should have like a shades of color. It's too much. Let me take just water, rub it off, dab it. I think this looks really good. Let's start adding some more flicks. No, let's do the eyes first. So we will be done with the areas where we want to show the realistic effect. I hope you can see this. Let me zoom in. So I'm gonna fill this. You can fill this completely or you can leave a little white space and add the highlights on top of it. Few flicks on top, few hatching on top of the eyes with some black, and some black hatching or flicks in this curved direction. Just few will be good. Okay, this looks good so far. I like this side of the eyes better. Let me add some white so I can see how it looks. I think for the white I will directly take from the tube. So here is white, just a small line in between. Over this side we can add small highlight in case if you have accidentally covered it all. You can add more white. I will take this and make a little gray effect on top, just to give some shade. And then clean the brush, take water and just flick. These are the like a few details which you definitely have to do it if you want your animal to look more real. The colors don't matter. The main thing is the expressions, eyes, nose, and the rest you can go with a whimsical, abstract, imaginary effect. Now this is all white gouache directly from the tube, and I'm adding this. I think I need to work more on the mouth area, but let me first add these white. And then above the eyes also, I want to give this effect a little bit. Yes, this looks good. Let's start adding some white flicks on the face, or I think I should do that later. Little white, we can put some here. Let me just connect this over here. Yes, this area I need to blend more. Perfect. Little white we will add here, just few, not too much, but yes, just few stipples. That's it. Let's start working on for the ears now. So for the ears we will keep the same colors with white and leave the top area white. Just flick and then take some black, go with the flicks up, do the same thing, add some color and then add some flicks. Now let's work over here. I don't want to give a lot of hair effect at the body, but I will add some flicks and you can see the direction. I need to make sure that I'll finish this video before sunset, so I will be able to record this lesson in a nice light. This is too much. I'll just dab it and I'm gonna zoom out this so you will be able to see better. Now let's just add some black flicks. You can take some black with ochre, add few strands of hair on top of this area. It can go out also if you want to. You just flick, and then this above the hair also, like on the head, go with some flicks the same direction. Now we will do some flicks behind the ears, but I don't want to add so many hair effect, so I will keep it a bit more still like an abstract approach. First let me finish with the white. We'll add some few whites. Oh, that's too much. See, I try not to change the size of the brush and not able to exactly do the same size of the strands previously, but I think it looks good. So let's take the small brush again, start adding some black. We will be taking the black paint for the neck area. We really want to make a nice darker value so the face will pop. Now over here you can see that I'm going to do the directions of the hair and do some flicks. So this is going outside like this. This will go here, and then center part you can just bring it down. You can take some ochre color, yellow color, even blue color, and fill it in. Let me try some blue also. It looks good. And just flick out. The center part, which will show the back of the bear, will go completely dark, and then I will take some red ochre, push some flicks, this also, and then this side also. From the previous paintings, these color, this is going towards more browns and red blue tone. The previous ones were very soft colors. So again, go according to your choice of colors, but just keep the limited color palette for you so you will not get confused with so many. Let's add some more black, push down. I hope you can see how the face is popping, and that's the reason I add the gouache, so I will be able to just move your strokes. This area will go more dark and dark and dark, and then you can add some blues. I will add some flicks, but let it dry completely, then I will see. Just dab some of this area. Few flicks, small, not too big. And let's do this side. This area will move similar way, but there will be some white flicks we will add later on. Over here, I will take lots of blue in this side, but we'll definitely keep mixing with some ochre. And this side I'm gonna take more black paint, and then take with maybe ochre I can take, and I can push upward with water. So let's wait for this to dry, and then we will, while this is getting dry, let's add some effect in the ground. Let me add some more flicks. Let's take this area and work for the ground. I'm gonna add some water which is a slightly curved direction, like just to create the effect that he is standing, and then we'll add the ripples. We'll also take some green and some yellow, and some will be the same, and just push it in a vertical direction so it will look like it's a reflection. Just press the bristle and push it down. We'll wait for this layer to dry, and then we will add some white. Let's see the face and let's work on this area. Now this is almost the last steps. We want to make this area a bit more dark with the help of black paint, and when I'm going to add the black, I will try to keep this more with the water and blend the color. We'll take some black, just work more around this. This is like a second layer for me, and then the same thing I will try to do with black on this area because it was dark ochre color, not black. I think this is good enough. I think I'm done. If I will add more, there's a lot of chances that I can spoil it or I can overdo it. But the moment you have this feeling that okay, I'm done, just stop your work. Don't do more, or you just stop and continue in the next day or take a little break. Let's take the white paint without using water, or you can use a little water if you want to not get the dry effect. So I'll add a little bit of water in it, not too much, but yes, you can see the consistency, not very thick. Let's add the ripples and like a water splash in between, and then we will add lots and lots of some white up on the hair, above the ears, some white over here. This area needs little bit white strokes. See, the moment you will add the white, you will see that it start coming to life. Over here I'm going to try to add some white just as a flicks coming inside to create more effect, and I'm going to add some white little bit just to create that effect over here. And I think let's start with the ripples, so as much as you can, completely your choice. Okay, now it's time for the splatters. The splatters are the last step, always remember. To make the splatters, you just need lots of water in the paint, and you can use any color splatter. I want to do more splatters down, so I will just hit my pencil. Oh, it's all coming everywhere, but let me look at that. How nice and real it looks. The splatter can always add magic. In the studio, this is a favorite thing what students love to do in the end of the project. And then if you want, I think I'm gonna make, I don't know, do you think I should make my background a little bit dark? I think we can do it. Let's try more blue color background. So I can start with the dark color, because when I will add the dark around the bear, it will pop more, and then I can just dilute it with, or I can take some gray color, more black, nighttime. I think it looks good. And then when I will add splatters on top of the on top of the wet paint, it will give you effect of little like stars. So more black, I think, yes. Making this dark is a good idea. Just bringing this all the way. A little bit of green color here. Let me try. Mix it with some greens. So you can always play with your colors, and it's always good to use your own imagination and bring your own colors to it. Let's add some splatters in the background, and look at that. So many, and I love it. So I hope you enjoy this lesson. Do give a try. Do practice. Don't give up after the first try. You need to do at least 2-3 times to understand the technique, master the skill. So hope you enjoy the lesson. See you in the next lesson.